Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Hello, Mary Beth. How are you? I was just running a little bit late because I'm waiting for another video on my other channel to finish processing, and I didn't want to overload the internet for any reason. I think it finally just uploaded. I've been uploading it since yesterday. It has been a pain uploading to YouTube since December. It never takes this long. So I just wanted to make sure. Okay, it is uploaded. So good evening. Good evening. I am cold. It's so cold here. Do you know that we got 4 feet of snow Sunday here? Like 4 feet of snow. Absolutely insane. Like I cannot remember. I remember having snow like that when I was a kid because like I was saying to my husband, David, I said, do you remember like King of the Hill when we would climb up on top of the snowbanks because they were so tall at recess or, when we go outside and play with our friends? And that's what it's like here. It is crazy, crazy how much snow we received. And it's just been, and it was snowing today. It snowed today till about lunchtime. And yeah, we are so, yeah, yes, it was a lot of snow. Crazy, crazy amount of snow. I can't remember having that much in my adult life anyway. So we got lots of people in the chat. That's great. I hope we get lots tonight. I'm not in any rush. We have lots of time to chat and crochet. I am going to, yeah, 4 feet. We couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. It is so, you couldn't even see our cars, mine and my son's car. They were completely covered. Could not see them. Our Explorer you could still see. We can't even get through the back. We have like a pen, a fenced in area for our dog. And we have a little gate that we would open to go down into where our chickens are, which thank God we don't have chickens right now because I don't know what we would have done, but we can't even open that gate right now. That's how tall the snow is. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yes, I know. My niece and nephew and other relatives are in Florida, and I know how cold it's been there. Like crazy. It's cold everywhere. Nashville. I just saw is just absolutely devastated by the ice storm. I see they still don't have any power. It's crazy, crazy how the weather this weekend and what it's done. It's devastating. Here this morning, we had such bad snow squalls you could not see. And we had a 50-car pileup on what we call the 401 interstate highway, wherever you're from. It's the 401. I hate it. I avoid it like the plague. I personally have not driven on it in over 5 years because I just won't. A 50-car pileup. They had to send buses out to pick up people out of their cars and bring them to warming centers, and it's still not open like that. Miraculously, no fatalities or major injuries. And looking at the pictures a little while ago, I cannot believe there were no injuries. There were cars that you can't even tell they were cars anymore. And it involved a lot of tractor trailer trucks. Crazy, crazy weather. Crazy weather. I'm glad I didn't have anywhere to go today. Well, I wouldn't have gone anyway, but yeah, crazy. And the detour route our town is not set up for this kind of traffic for the detour routes. People are saying it's taking them 45 minutes to go like normally, which takes 5 because there's just traffic all through our downtown area. It's a mess. It is a mess. So the only place I have to go tomorrow is I have to go get Lily's tick medicine tomorrow from the vet. So speaking of, our vet called yesterday to see how we were all doing since we lost our puggy last Monday. I thought that was so nice. She just wanted to let us know that they were all thinking of them and they all enjoyed having Puggy come to the office. And I thought that was so nice. So we got him home now. We picked up his urn on Saturday before the weather went crazy. So he's home now. So good evening, Marnie. Oh, you're just about an hour from us, so you probably have gotten some of this. I don't know if Peterborough got all the snow or not, but I was in a bad ice storm then, living in an apartment. Yeah, I hate the ice storms. I will take snow any day over the ice storms. Yeah. freezing rain that we had a devastating one in April last year. Devastating. Like, there were people around here that had no power for 2 weeks. It was awful. We didn't have any for 4 days, and with 2 young adults in the house, one still a teenager, it was not fun having no power for 4 days if I had to hear one more time. So yeah, we don't. That's what my husband said. There's nowhere else for it to go. Like, there is nowhere else for it to go. He works on the base here, and the base had nowhere to put the snow. So yeah, yep. Wow. Yeah, I seen that too, where they had it's just crazy. And I knew it was going to be a bad winter. Everything in my bones told me it was gonna, because we were due for a really crazy winter. It's been a while. So tonight, I'm going to be working on while we chat, my brain, dishcloths for my mom, because we're going to be seeing her soon. And I think my sister too. I think I'm going to make her some, and a couple scrubbies. I'm using this sugar and cream scrub off. Love this yarn. Love it. Now, okay, I love this yarn because when the finished product is done, it has made not only amazing scrubbies for my dishes and my face cloth and for washing dishes with dishcloths, it has made amazing face scrubbies. It doesn't scratch, it doesn't hurt my skin. It just helps give it a little bit more of a cleanse, buffing, and I love them. I absolutely love them. Now, it's not the greatest to work with because I don't know if you can see, because of the texture that gives you that scrubbing without any roughness is a little bit of a pain, but I'm willing to work with it because I love the finished result. So I love it when I get to the cotton part, but this, I don't know what we would call it, almost terry cloth, but it's textured. Fuzzy. I can't think of my words tonight, but yeah, it's not the easiest to work with, but if you can get around that, I love it. I really, really do. And is that going to be big enough? I'm going to do a couple more chains. So I'm going to make a couple of face cloths. And I think this yarn reminds me of USA. And that's when I saw it, I knew I had to get it for my mother and my sister who live in the USA. So I thought that was cool to get that for them. So red, white, and blue. So yeah, I'm going to make a few so I can get those done. Take a break from what I'm making for my video that's coming out Saturday. And I find when I'm doing these chats, I need something that's mindless. I can't do anything that's going to require me looking at patterns and stuff because I'll either mess up or I'll go long time in silence while I'm looking at the pattern. So I just need something that I can sit and chat and just crochet without thinking. So, I had planned on starting a new project tonight, but I ordered the wrong. Oh no! Oh no! You normally okay? All right. I'm in Michigan too. Yeah, I see. Oh, and you're working on a dishcloth too. Great minds think alike, and I like your name, even if it's spelled different than mine. Yeah, I see Michigan. Go ahead. We actually, the family and I, we follow an account on Facebook, Frank the Tank. He's in Michigan. He's a dachshund that they rescued. He was severely overweight and dying because of it. And this young couple adopted him, and he's lost all his weight and he's doing amazing. But he doesn't like the cold. He's very much like our Lilybug. She's actually sitting beside me here in front of the electric fireplace under blankets because she is not down with this cold weather at all. So a few of you already said, but if you want to just let me know in the comments, I'd love to see where everybody's from. You don't have to be specific, just the state even if you want. I'm good with that. I love seeing where everybody's from. I know some of you are from Michigan. We got some from Florida, some from Ontario, Wisconsin. I'm trying to remember my abbreviations. It's been a long time since I was in school. We had to remember all 50. I grew up in the States, for all of you that don't know. I'm originally from Maine. And I think that's Wisconsin, if I remember correctly. So, I'm making a Suzette stitch hat. Oh, nice. I was at my crochet group, which was supposed to meet today, and I didn't go because of the weather. She was making something with the Suzette stitch. What was it? when I was there last. What was she making? I think a purse. I'm not sure. I'm doing a new dishcloth every month, and I'm also doing all new washcloths. Yeah, I rather make them than buy them because mine last a lot longer, quite frankly, than the ones we're buying. So I'm in Northwest Georgia. Okay, I have a dachshund Shih Tzu mix. He is a rescue. That's adorable. That is adorable. Oh, we got another person in that area. Cool. Not too far from us. It's our favorite Costco to go to, Peterborough. Single half, single half, single half. So here I am saying, oh, I can do this while I'm talking, and I forgot what stitch I'm on. So this is just a stitch I mentioned in one of my videos that I call my farmhouse stitch. I don't know why I call it that, but that's what I called it. And it's just one stitch single crochet, one stitch half double crochet all the way across. That's it. But I like the, especially for things like this, I like the texture it gives. And it's my go-to for a lot of things. When I don't want to do just plain single crochet or half double, I just mix it up. So I don't know why I call it the farmhouse stitch. Probably because I'm obsessed with anything farmhouse. So I know it's not trendy, but like what I said in one of my videos, I don't follow trends. If I like something, whether it's a color, clothing style, what's new, and whatever, if I like it, I like it. I don't care if it's not considered trendy anymore. So so if I like it, I like it. I love vintage. I'm a vintage girl. Love vintage things. Love, love, love vintage things. And we're in that. I just had to go through that textured string. So I don't like how you get the yarn throw up with this though, but I'm finding a lot of yarns are like that. And can we just please, yarn companies, why aren't all of you making the easy pull tab like some are? Why aren't you all doing it? I just don't understand that. All of you do it. All you do it. It's so, okay, here's a question for you all tonight. Are you a pull from the middle person or from around the skein? A side pull. What is it you prefer? Me, I like, like a cake, pulling from the middle. That's how I prefer to do it. But lately, and it seems it's every brand that doesn't have the easy pulls. Put easy pulls in every skein of yarn. If some companies can do it, y'all can do it. So you are right. I'm trying to remember what I was saying that I would be right. My first knit washcloth, dishcloth over 30. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I've had some of mine are 6-7 years old and they're still holding up. And my canning mats that I've made, I have used and washed those many, 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 many times. And I've given some away and I've heard how they're holding up. So me too. I love vintage. Amen to that. Me too. I love vintage. From the middle, I'm watching from South Carolina. I prefer to pull from the center. See, both ways. Yeah, to me, it sometimes I have to, depending on the kind of yarn, but I prefer the middle. Let's go SI. Not sure where that is. That supposed to be Wisconsin, and it's just not showing up the other letters. I prefer the center pull. The exception is with cakes and I'm matching colors. Yes, that's true. Yep. I like to pull from the center. However, if it doesn't pull easy, yes. Yep, exactly. And it would pull easy if they would do the easy tab. Single, half, single. Okay, time for half. So yes, we got a busy week ahead. Oh my gosh, so much going on here. And all I want to do is just sit and crochet. That's all I want to do. I don't even want to clean the house, but I had to take some time out today and do a few things. I did some laundry and got the living room vacuumed and I'm not, it's not that I don't clean my house in the winter. I obviously clean my house, but I just don't do the deep cleaning or the major cleaning in the winter. It's just, I don't know. It's just cold. I just want to be comfy, cozy, and relax. And typically once April hits around here on a homestead, we are crazy busy. like from April until, right up until just about November. So as I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate winter because I can slow down a bit. So, yes, okay. I pull from the outside. The cones of cotton yarn are outside pull. Okay. And I guess somebody was telling me, because I don't knit, but pulling it from a different way for knitting too is usually what happens. What is going on with my hair tonight? Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, open the windows and get out that. Yeah, so I just trying to do the bare minimum, and trying to get the house ready for sale and all that too. That has just been, I'm not sleeping well because I'm stressing so much about that. So yeah, I just want it over with already, and us moved and settled into our final, our forever home. So I did get I made up some questions so I can ask during the lives, just to help keep things rocking and rolling. And one of the questions I came up with, which I really love this. Actually, let me ask you all this first. Do y'all are I know some of you are crocheting or knitting right now. Are all of you doing something crafty right now, or are we just hanging out? So I'm just curious. I pull from the center for knitting as well, if possible. Okay. I think someone told me that, and I think there's certain yarns, it will tell you. There was a yarn, I can't remember, but there was a yarn on the label. It actually said pull from side, not center, and I cannot remember what it was. And I'll never remember again unless I just happen to come across it. But I seen it. They had specifically, so I guess are some yarns that they're not recommending you pull from the middle. But those that don't have it, put the easy tabs. So it's easy for us to find the center and not have yarn barf and not have to take, time away. Like when I sit down to crochet, I just want to start crocheting. I don't want to have to take the time out to deal with yarn barf. And I think most people are like this. So, okay. We've got knitting a washcloth, crocheting one, or dishcloth. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can use them for both, but I'm crocheting. Hello from Kentucky. I am crocheting fingerless gloves. Love fingerless gloves. I've made several to sell, but I also have several I wear, and my daughter has some. I am also knitting. It looks like it's the night of the dishcloths. I'm knitting a new pair of slippers right now. Very cool. I haven't done slippers for a while. I haven't made any. It's on my list of things to make. And we're into another week, almost the end of January. Good grief, I'm so happy. January is always long, but this month, I think with all the snow, it just seems like it's longer. But how are we all of us that have joined? And this is fun if you haven't, please don't think so, but those of us who are trying our best to go into 2026 as long as possible without buying yarn, how are we all doing? I have not bought any. Now, I also haven't gone on any sites to look at anything, though I get the emails telling me there's a code or sale or whatever, but I haven't yet. And I was watching Elise Rose Crochet on Saturday, and she was talking about how she can't really join that movement, whatever you want to call it, because where she has a crochet business, she'll have to purchase yarn. And yes, I agree. I also, because I have a crochet channel and I also sell my crochet things, but I'm still determined to try to use up what I have before I buy any more. Now, I'm going to admit it's going to be difficult because we will be making a trip into the States soon. And I know going by Hobby Lobby and all them is going to be difficult. And I'm thinking I just don't go in. I just don't go into Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I just won't go into those places, and then I won't be tempted to buy any. But I'm really enjoying not buying any because I'm finding the video I'm doing for Saturday has been so much fun because I have to be creative and really, use this yarn that I bought. But man, it is so hard because they come out with so many new yarns. It seems like daily. It seems like there's a new yarn that's out there. So I agree that yes, I might not be able to keep it 100%, but if I do buy yarn, it will be purely for business related, not necessarily personal, if that makes any sense. So, but I'm almost through this first month, and I've gone over a month before without buying yarn. I mean, I've gone, I went quite a long ways into last year without buying any, really. So it's not that big a deal that I've only gone, about a month. Actually, it's been a month because my last order was December 27th. So it has been a month since I bought any. So, okay, maybe that's what it was. I did see, because there was yarn I seen somebody talking about, and it said that to pull from the outside. So it might have been that. It might have been. Crocheting a blanket. I'm lucky I only go to Hobby Lobby on Sundays and they are closed. Is that the trick? Yay, see, that's still something. That's 27 days that we have not purchased any. So, or for me, a whole month, because like I said, December 27th was my last order. But I don't want to move all this yarn either. If we are blessed enough to sell our home and move this year like we want, I just, I don't want to have totes and totes and totes of yarn to move. So if I can make things up and either give them away or put them up for sale in different markets, if I can get into a couple of markets before we move, that would be great. So, okay. Next question. Are you a morning crocheter or a nighttime crocheter? I will say for myself, both. I'm crochet any time of day. I will say I usually get up in the morning. I have my cup of tea. I sit down and I usually crochet for about a half hour. I started doing that over a year ago just to see how it would go. And I have to, the change I felt in myself throughout the day was amazing. I felt so much less stress. I just felt more calm. If you hear banging, it's because my husband is playing ball with the dog and she likes to bounce it off the door here to catch it. So I apologize if you're hearing that. He was probably driving him crazy to play. It's the only exercise she gets during the winter, and we're trying to make sure she doesn't gain weight where she's a dachshund. So forgive me if you hear that banging. But yeah, the difference I felt in my mental health and just the stress level and stuff, it really, really helped. It just set the tone of the day. So yeah, I definitely crochet in the morning. I crochet at night. I was up until very late last night crocheting, actually, because of the video I'm making on Saturday, like well after midnight, which is very late for me because I'm typically a morning person, but I'm not sleeping well, like I said, so I might as well stay up and crochet if I'm not sleeping. So that is not Lily then. I said she was down here on the floor in front of the fire. She is not. I don't know when she left, but the way the blankets are looking, it looks like she's under there. So I just realized, well, that can't be Lily if she's out there getting that. So, okay. I am both. Mostly morning for me. I'm all of the above and everything in between. Yep. Mostly evening, night. Both. Nighttime, both. Morning crochet with coffee to wake up I love crocheting first thing in the morning with my cup of tea. I absolutely love it. Like I said, I've been doing it often now, and I really I don't go very long in between. I mean, there are times where I don't crochet as much, either because of hand pain or I get a little burnt out, but for the most part, I haven't gotten burnt out too much. I haven't really lost my crojo. If anything, I get overwhelmed with how much I want to make, if that makes sense. There's just so many things I want to make, and there's only so many hours in the day, and I have other things I have to do besides crocheting. So, but luckily, knock on wood, I haven't lost my mojo yet, and I hope I don't. Hello. Catherine's Crochet. Hello. Thanks for dropping in. Okay. What's my next question I wrote? Oh, actually, so this is interesting because I had on my other channel, other people saying they couldn't believe I did that. This was like months ago, and even in the summer. But do you crochet and knit in the summertime too? Or are you strictly winter only? I am year round. I crochet in the summer. I crochet outside in the summer when it's beautiful. I actually take it out into my garden because I love being in my garden, and crochet, or I crochet on our front porch or on our back deck, you know, with my tea in the mornings. So I am definitely, and I had people say, oh, that's only winter thing for me. I don't do that in the summer. So I have to ask, is that weird? Like, am I the only one who crochets year round? Oh, I'm seeing some. Oh, I'm sure it's not gross, Catherine, and I will check it out after. I absolutely will. If you want, you can even put the link here for your video if you would like. I have no problem with you sharing that. I know it's hard. It's hard, but I'm sure it's not. We're our own worst critics, so I'm sure it's not as bad as you think. I cringe at some of my beginning videos that I did on my other channel, and even these ones are things I'll look and I'm like, oh, why didn't I meant to say this, or and like I said, with the ADHD and the memory loss I experienced, there are so many things I wish I said, or things I automatically think in my mind they made sense, and I don't go any further, and people will like kind of finish my thought in my comments, and I'm like, yeah, I meant to say that. I don't know why I didn't think I had to. If that makes any sense what I just said. But yeah, some of them are just awful, but I keep them up there, so I hope I've improved in the last 4.5 years. Oh, I am in that terry cloth texture, and that is just not fun to crochet in. Just not fun at all. Year round. Yay, year round. Year round. Crocheting it year round. I'm a vendor, so I need it. Yeah, like me too. I sell too, so I need to do it year round also. I love sitting outside in the summer, year round. I crochet in the summer. Yeah, especially there's some things like I do a lot of fall craft fairs, and some things it's my biggest, like I make pumpkins and pumpkin hats and apple hats and a lot of fall related things, some Halloween things, and I need to have that all ready in the summer to be ready to sell starting in September. So absolutely year round. I love to sit yeah, I do. I love, try not to laugh too hard. Year round. No, I know I am my own worst critic, and I know how hard myself I am. So I'm sure it's not that bad. So I will definitely check it out. So I'm so glad so many of you agree with me year round. So it's not weird. I asked the ladies in my crochet group, and they said the same thing. We do this year round. You know, like a lot of ladies, some of the ladies do markets like me, and some make a lot of gifts. And like they said, they have a lot of family members they make things for. And depending on what you're making, it can take a long time to make like one blanket, you know, or whatever. So if you're doing several of those, I haven't gone through the yarn throw up yet. I'm still almost there. Oh, I just do not like getting to this part. Like I said, if you can get through this part, you'll like the finished product. But yeah, I do like the finished product. I'm really finding they work really well. It can get harder in the, like when it gets really hot, like I just do it first thing in the mornings and then I move into the AC when it's really, really hot outside. Absolutely. But yeah, I can't imagine not crocheting year round. I enjoy it a lot, which is weird because I enjoy cooking and baking too, but I get burnt out on that. I get to the point where I'm like, oh, I just don't want to think about supper tonight or what to make. So, hello, Sean. Thanks for dropping in. This is my friend Sean from She's in Her Element. She's in Massachusetts. She does the most amazing makeovers for furniture and things. And she's also a vintage lover. And you all need to check her out. She's in Her Element. That's her. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I've learned so much from her. We redid our son's vintage 1940s dresser a few months back, and it is amazing looking. I love it. I actually want it for myself, but he needed one, and Sean helped me make it. So you need to check her out. She's redoing her bedroom right now, which is a lot of fun, and we finally will get to see the reveal next week. So I can't wait. How much snow did you get, Sean? I was just saying in the beginning, we got 4 feet. feet, F-E-E-T, on Sunday. We broke records. It is so much snow, and we're actually worried about our roof, because even though it's a new roof, like we had our roof all done, it still scares us because of the weight. So we have to get that knocked off here in the next day or two. So yes, the bugs. Yeah, the bugs actually are awful. Mosquitoes. I am using a 5.0 hook. And Hobby Lobby, so this is why I'm worried, because I wanted to go to Hobby Lobby to get more of these. These are like my favorite hooks. I love these. They're at Hobby Lobby. I will say the number 5 has worn off on this, so that's the only reason I know it's 5, because the others haven't. I need to put it on here with some permanent markers so I don't forget. I might actually put it, maybe I'll figure out somewhere, because it did wear off on the metal. But anyway, these were only like $3. They're not an expensive hook, but I love them. They're comfortable. They glide through anything I've used, any kind of yarn. I really, really like these hooks. And at the time, I got 5, and I picked up 5.5. And then last year I managed to get a 6 and a 10, I think it was. And that's all I was able to find. So I'm trying to debate about just going in there and just, but Hobby Lobby is like my nemesis. Though I will say there are times I get in there and I get so overwhelmed, we don't buy anything, because I just get so overwhelmed by so much stuff in there. So maybe if I just stick to what I need, go in and get out and avoid the yarn if I can, which is hard because the hooks are down by the yarn, but we'll see. We'll see. I love their clearance section. So yeah, it worries us. I shared on my Facebook today that the icicle David took off our roof earlier today. He had to use both hands to hold it. It was like easily 3 feet long, and it was a double one. My mother said those were the ones they used to call killers, because like if they came off, they were going to do some damage. We've never seen it like this here. We've lived in Ontario between the 2 different times we've been here. We've lived here over 20 years between the 2 different times, and we've never seen it. So I hope there's not a blizzard, because, well, we'll be in Maine already by then. So, because I was looking ahead and I didn't see anything other than really cold for the next few days, but we'll already be done all our traveling. So hopefully they won't be getting anything. But it is definitely, this is going to be a great garden season. Great garden season. All this snow gives you nitrogen in your soil. The soil must just be sucking it up because it's been so deprived the last few years. So it's going to be a very, very, I think, good garden season. And I probably won't be planting one because we're putting our house up for sale. So it's probably going to be one of the best ones around here this year. So, and wells. There were so many people whose wells were still, they weren't maybe dry from we had a drought here this past summer. Our well, luckily, we are on such a high water table that our well just doesn't dry up. We're very fortunate that way. I still was careful about how we used it through the summer, but we're on such a high water table. Like people thought we were watering our lawn, and we weren't, because it's just so wet underneath. Like people were shocked at how green our lawn was. And it's like, yeah, it's just the water underneath. We're on such a high water table. We have a mountain across the road, and we're fortunate that way. So we didn't have it, but I have a lot of friends who are on wells, who wells went dry completely. And even with the fall and everything, they still weren't 100%. Well, this snow is going to bring them back 100%. So, vintage Hoosier. Yes. I have 5 in Marketplace I've saved that I'm watching. I would love to pick one up before we move because I love them. The one I'm looking at still has the old metal funnel in the cabinet where they would put flour down through. I want one so bad. It looks just like the one the Waltons had in their kitchen. So, yeah, they're great hooks, and they're not expensive. They're not expensive hooks. Oh, it's just, especially with the decor. You go into Hobby Lobby and you see the decor and you're like, oh, and then like I said, the clearance section, I got a stunning picture. It looks like it's an oil painting, but I'm sure it's not. I got it for like $3 because it was clearanced, and it was like 90% off or something. Like, it was crazy money. And I'm like, I am buying that. So I love me a deal. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you guys are gonna love her channel. I'm telling you, it's so much fun, and it's very satisfying to watch a finished piece get done and see it at the end. And she does so many things with decoupage that I never even thought of before. So Callus, down in Callus. We're hoping this year. We're decided to put the house up for sale in May. We were going to wait until September, but we've been told we better not. And because my husband's not retired till September, they said, you just make it so your closing date is when he's retired. So I said, oh, okay. So we're going to put the house up for sale in May. So depending on how quick it sells, houses out where we are sell fast. I know the market's not great right now, but out where we are, it doesn't seem to matter. So hopefully it will sell fast. Okay. Just subscribe. We'll watch after this. Awesome. That's on my to try list this year, the basket weave stitch. I really want to try it. And I did treat myself to an embroidery kit that I picked up a couple weeks ago. It's still over there on my other desk. I might take that with me. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll decide. Because I do want to, I've always wanted to learn embroidery. I'd love to use it to decorate, but I also, embroidery can be used in a lot of crocheting too. And I want to up my game on my stitches and stuff. You know, even my French knots need work. So I would like to. And it was a really cute kit. It came with 3 pre-printed pieces of fabric that you just put in. And it even came with a hoop, excuse me, which I have hoops because I used to do quilting. And it came with all the threads and needles. So I can't wait to try. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. Yes, I am so jealous. So jealous. And some of the prices around here for them are crazy. I've seen them for as low as a couple hundred all the way up to $2,000. And it's like, wow, that's a lot of money. Oh, good. I'm glad. I really liked them. I didn't think they were bad at all for the price of them. Yep, it's one of me too. It's one of the things I'm telling myself I'm going to do. So, oh, I can't read that. When me and my husband moved to Florida, we bought a 1930 bedroom suite. Oh my goodness, Sean, do you see that? Oh my gosh, Mary, I'm jealous. Sean always seems to find the best deals too. That vintage hamper in your last video, $5, Sean. Like seriously, that was so cool. I can remember my grandmother having something like that. I remember her having like a wooden hamper, and I just think they're so cool. And I don't know about where all you are, but our thrift stores around here have become ridiculous. When it is cheaper to buy new at other stores, you know something's wrong with the thrift stores. Like the whole purpose of going thrifting is one, it's not just to get a good deal, it's to keep from buying new and having to put more stuff in the landfills and everything. But when I can get it cheaper and guaranteed, well, I suppose you can get things that aren't guaranteed to work even new, but you know what I mean? It really irritates me, especially when most of the thrift stores we have around here, 98% of their stock is donated. So they don't have any overhead with buying stock and things. So it's a little frustrating. Some of I still find some deals, but I haven't even been thrifting since before Christmas. I've even stayed out of there because again, I have no self-control, but we might try to do a little bit in our travels. We'll see. We'll see. It was a great deal. My husband had to drive us 3 hours from where we lived. I will travel for a deal if it's something. One of the things we're looking at right now too is an antique 1950s stove and oven. We had one here that we got for free, but they didn't tell us they kept it outside and it needed a lot of work. And we were going to put the work into it, but then with selling the home and trying to get all that done, we just knew we didn't. So a friend of mine took it, and I know she and her husband are going to bring it back to its glory. So, but I have a couple others again on Marketplace that I'm looking at that we're going to pick up because I just love the double oven 50s stoves And quite frankly, I can't stand these new stoves. Can't stand these flat top new stoves. We've gone through 3 in like 15 years. Like I'm over it. I find I can't can as accurately on them as you can the old coil tops or even gas oven. I mean, I love a gas oven, but I don't think they have them a vintage gas oven. I don't think they had that. So wow, that is amazing. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cute. Cool. I'm assuming you're talking about the thrift stores. Yeah, it's so frustrating how expensive they are. It's just insane, and how I can pick up, say, mason jars. I used to get a lot of my mason jars at thrift stores. Not anymore. I can pick up one mason jar and it will say 99 cents, and the exact same mason jar, same size, will say 2.29. And I take it up to the girl and I said to her, like, can I get both of these for 99 cents? And she said, no, I have to give them to you for 2.29 each because this one was labeled wrong. They're supposed to be 2 something. And I'm like, oh, I don't want either one of them. Pass. I can get brand new mason jars cheaper than that. You've got to be kidding me. And I don't know how many times the mason jar has been used. There's no rhyme or reason to their pricing. Yeah. But when we move, I'll be closer. I'll be much closer. We'll just be, we're hoping to be within a half hour of the main border. So that's not that far. Oh, we've gone to a few. We've gone to the Restore there. We love the flea market out on the highway there, Highway 7. I cannot think of the name of them right now. And of course, we go to the flea market at Craftworks with the all the new stuff upstairs, but it's a flea market downstairs. And we go to the thrift store, the Talese and the Value Village. But I didn't even know there was a Salvation Army one. We'll have to look up for that, see where it is. Yeah, they're just crazy. Yeah, it just makes me, I just don't get why there's no rhyme or reason. And quite frankly, they're a little bit rude about it too. I'm just going to put it out there. Maybe that's just the ones we've been going to, but they're a bit rude. I find the thrift stores where the people are generally volunteering there because they're for charity or whatever, those are still the best ones. And I get that a lot of the thrift stores now, they're paying people. They are. Even our Bibles for Mission ones, which used to be strictly volunteer, that's a paid position now. So I get that you got to pay people and everything, but your overhead for stock is nothing because everything is donated. So much is donated. So my mother was a twin and they had to put her in an oven when she was born. Okay, so my grandfather was born early, actually, my Grampy Lyons, and they told my great-grandmother, take him home to die. There was nothing they could do. She took him home and they put him in a shoebox. That's how tiny he was, and put him on top of their wood stove to stay warm. And that's how she saved him. She said, nope, she was going to save him. And, of course, being born early back then, my grandfather would have been 100 years old last year. So you can imagine, being born early, there was nothing. And they told her, take him home to die. And she's refused. And they did. They kept him on top of the wood stove in a shoebox as an incubator for several weeks until he was strong enough. And Grampy lived to be over 80 something. So it's amazing. Oh, that's cool. Right. Yeah. My grandfather, well, he would have been, but they had to go to the hospital because she was in labor early. Right. So they had to take him to the doctor. I can't imagine what it was, but yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Well, good. Hopefully that will be on our list. We'll actually get to meet in person one day and not just be online friends. I would love that. It's in the Market Plaza on George Street. Okay. I will look for that. I think it's hit and miss. I've gotten some great deals there, and then sometimes I'm like, I can't get over the prices they want for other things, especially their furniture. that's donated. It's like, just because it's donated doesn't mean that chair is worth $400, or just because it's a nice chair doesn't mean it's $400. You all got it for free. For free. And they want $400, and then they wonder why they can't get rid of all their stock. Like they're trying to have a sale on some things at ours because they have too much stuff and they need to make room for new things that have been donated. Well, you're not, like my husband always says, they would make more money if they could turn over things quicker and just keep putting out newer it doesn't make any sense to me. I've been really down this past week because the greed that we are seeing from so many places is just disgusting. I'm not going to get all, Bible thumping here, but the Bible does say money is the root of all evil. And it's absolutely true. It's going to be our downfall. It just is. And it just irritates me so much how greed, like when is enough money for some people? And it's like David says, some people, it's never enough money. It's never enough money. And I just don't understand that. And it's going to be our downfall. I just makes me pissed off. Excuse my language, but it does. It does. It makes me so angry because I don't understand it. And now I have a mess here. So oh my goodness. Isn't that amazing? That's just amazing. Okay. Right, now I'm getting warm because my electric fireplace has been going for a bit now and the door's closed. So time to take off my sweater. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to go off on a rant there. It's depressing to see it. And the other thing I'm stressing about is our son trying to get a job. There were 2 job openings we finally found for 2 different businesses this week, and he hasn't heard. I mean, granted, I know it's still early. They may still have to wait until the job posting is done being posted, but he just can't. He just can't find work, and that worries me because it's like, is he ever gonna? Like, what's gonna happen? We have one child that we're probably going to help support, if not her whole life, for a lot longer than most people plan on with their children. And now I'm wondering, is it gonna, sorry, I'm gonna get off of the subject because I don't want to make this a down. This is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a celebration too, because not only has my subscriber list been growing like crazy lately, so we're gonna go back to the happy things. Yes, my subscriber list has been growing like crazy lately. I reached my 4,000 watch hours. Just waiting for YouTube to catch up to it to say, hey, you reached your 4,000 watch hours. So thank you all for watching my videos, for sharing my videos. You all rock. Like, I just don't have the words for the gratitude. And I'm grateful that you all enjoy my crazy videos and things, because I truly love crocheting and yarn and anything to do with crafts, because I often say I can't paint or draw. I can't even do stick people. I can't. My husband can draw amazing. I cannot draw at all. The kids would, when they were little, ask me to draw something like an apple, and I would just do the circle with the stick and a pretend leaf. David would do like the bumps and the apple and all that stuff. So but I feel like this is my art. This is how I'm able to express myself and be creative. So the fact that I can share that with so many other people who feel the same way is just gravy. Like, I'm just wonderful. And if I can, I'm not going to lie, if I can make a little bit of money from something I love to talk about and just share with other people, well, that's just a blessing. It really is. So thank you all so much. I'm so excited. Honestly, at this rate, I don't think it would be unheard of to say I'll have 2,000 subscribers by mid-February. Like, I've just blown past 1,500 and I'm almost 1,800 already, just in the last, I think, like 2 weeks or something like that. So, and that's because of all of you. You watch, you like, you comment, you share, and I appreciate it, really, from the bottom of my heart. I really do. So thank you all so much. So, we barter with our friends. Yes. So I'm in a women in homesteading group that I'm a part of that I love. And we barter a lot there. We barter for not just services, but like if some of us has like a lot of eggs and someone else doesn't have chickens, we'll barter for, I can give you 3 dozen eggs for like 2 or 3 pounds of ground beef. Or I offer freeze drying services in lieu of, there's another lady who makes soap. I'm making soap too, but I mean, like things like that. And I love it. We need to bring the barter system back more. We really do. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I always forget that. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. I love how to. I'm glad you think I'm down to earth because I think I'm a space cadet. So, I'm just me. I am just me. I try to be something I wasn't, and I don't know why I try because it's never been successful for me. So I just me, and I'm just glad so many people seem to like that. So, oh, thank you. You're also nice. I can't because I was already a member. I tried, but because even though it's been a long time since I tried joining up again with that offer and they wouldn't let me because I wouldn't be considered a new member. But I did try. So, oh. Okay, what's some other questions? Patterns or wing it? I think it depends on the project, but I do both. Oh, I have to show you all. Was I working on that last week? Was I working on the bag last week? What was I working on last week? I can't even remember what I was working on with the homemaker yarn, which I absolutely love. Hate that Bernat fab. Hate it. I'm sorry, but I do. Do not like it. But I think I found a way to use it. So I'm going to share that with you. I hope next week. I think that's going to be next week's video. I think I found a way to use it. That's not going to kill my hands. And I can use up this very expensive yarn, but I won't be buying it again. Well, I shouldn't say that because if my idea works, it might be pretty nice, but I cannot. It is so expensive for money that causes me pain. So do not like it. And I really don't like, I'm sorry, and this is just my opinion, but I don't like people recommending it for beginners. I think that is crazy to recommend that yarn for beginners. Just crazy. Both wing it patterns. Oh, I could be a hook snob, I think, sometimes, but I shouldn't say that because my favorite hooks are my cheapest hooks, which I find ironic. But I've had a few comments about how I should be promoting more natural yarns and stuff, but I don't use all natural yarns. Don't get me wrong. I love merino wool yarn. Love it. It is stunning. But its average is $30 to $40 a skein for me. And the price of that to make something with that is astronomical. Like that's just crazy. I don't have the budget for that. And I think most people don't. And more companies are listening. And if you look, a lot of the acrylic yarns now are made with a lot of recycled materials. There's even one new one that just came out that is a lot. I think it's all recycled. So, I mean, they are listening. But yeah, I get a little, what's the weed, peeved at people who do stick their noses up at acrylic yarn and lecture that I should be only promoting natural yarns and natural fibers. So I appreciate that. I do. Patterns, then I wing it. Yeah, I need a pattern. Whoops, I need a pattern for everything. I've a lot of things I need a pattern for. So and then I go rogue. Yeah. I think depending on what you're making, right? So oh, see, I could, if I worked there, my paycheck would go right back to Michael's. I really think it would. That it's like Home Sense. I could never work at Home Sense because the discounts they give you for working there is huge, and my money would just go back into HomeSense because I love HomeSense. I do. I actually went last week with David, but I only went in for a tablecloth, and that's what I bought. So yay me. They actually didn't have a lot, so that made it kind of easy. But I'm just going to message my husband real quick. I'm going to have him grab that bag because I really want to show you all. I forgot. I wanted to show you that I finished it. Oh, yay. They're saying there's a chance of snow here tomorrow. Isn't that just lovely? Because we need more snow. Hey, hon, could you bring me a bottle of water in that bag I made last week that's hanging up on the rack heading out to the front door? Could you grab that for me? He's probably going to come and ask me, what bag? Where is it? Because I do want to show you. That's one that I did that I totally made up the pattern. Like I kept saying to David all last couple of days, I can't believe I made this without a pattern. Like I just winged it. And my daughter says, you just winged that, Mom? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, Mama, it looks so good. And I'm like, I know, I can't believe that it, you know, that we have, that I made that. I really can't. So yes, I know. And to me, the merino wool I can use, but there are some other wool yarns I can't. I break out. I just become miserable. I can't use it. So that's another thing people have to realize, that a lot of people need to use the acrylic yarns because they have such sensitivity or allergies to some of the natural wool and things that they can't use that. So, oh my goodness, that is a lot of yarn. Oh, wow. That's nice. Yeah, than me. I mean, it could be anything. Like when they say we're having like, and he hasn't seen that yet. Hold on just a second. Let me mute. There. He's going to bring that to me. So we need an intercom in here is what we need. That's cool. Very, very cool. I need patterns once in a while. I'll wing it, but not too often. Yeah, and like I said, I think it depends on what we're making. I also do not have for anything intricate, and a lot of things I don't have the capacity to invent that. So I will gladly take a pattern for many things. I definitely need some water. My goodness. Hello there. Oh, hello. Thank you for dropping in. So happy you're here. There's my water. Thank you. Okay. Oh, and that's my husband. Okay. So this is the bag I made without a pattern. I just winged it. Everything. Like even the oh, I just had the word for it. The gusset. Even this, I figured it all out. And I wrote nothing down. So I want to make another one, and I don't know how I made it. I really should have made it, wrote it down, but I love this. Love, love, love this. And this was from, I always forget what it's called. It's, what did I do with that yarn? Did I put it over here? Bernat Maker, I think it's called, but I just love it. It's 75% cotton and 25% nylon, if I remember correctly. It was a dream to work with. I mean, a dream. I love this. I have another one. It's called Cherry Splash. I don't think I'm going to make another bag, but I'm thinking about making some baskets maybe. I got some wood inserts that have holes in them to make a flat basket. I might make some baskets because they're just so, they're actually would be great for Valentine's Day, but I think very springy too. What did I do with that? I showed it last. Oh, I see it. Hold on just a second. Don't want to take the yarn with me. And I took the yarn with me. Get back up here. It is Bernat Maker Splash. So it's a newer yarn. They have it in solid color too, which I do have some that is teal. And let me just make sure I gave you the right 75% cotton. I know is right. Yeah, so this is called Cherry Swirl. 75% cotton, 25% nylon. I love it. I love this yarn. Absolutely love it. This is going to be a hard one if it goes on sale not to buy more of, because I just love it. And like I said, I have some in solid teal too, because I love teals and greens, blues and greens. Those are my colors. But yeah, and then I thought, what if I made like meshy bags for produce and things for the farmer's market? I don't know. I've only got 2. So I will try and do a tutorial. If I can figure out how I made that other one and write it all down, I will definitely do it. Okay, look at this. I got yarn everywhere. I got to take a drink. I don't talk this much normally because normally I'm the only one home during the day. I mean, other people live here, but we kind of don't see each other for hours at a time. But thank you. I'm proud of it. I'm so happy. I mean, technically, I guess I should have done this on the inside, but I kind of like the stitching. Like, I mean, I could turn it inside out so that stitching wouldn't be on the outside if I wanted. So boom. But I think I like the stitching. I kind of like the stitching showing. So I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it's a good bag too to buy yarn. Put my yarn in it when I go yarn shopping, but that won't be for a while because I'm going to try and go for as long as I can. So I love it. That's an awesome bag. Thank you. You're all so nice. I'm really proud of it. I really am. There are times where I think to myself, why do you think you can make these things? And then there's other times I amaze myself in shock and awe. So, oh, thank you. So that took almost 2 of these, which is 250 grams, 8.8 ounces. But I still have a small ball of it left. I'm thinking about making a headband or something with it, like an everyday headband, not like an ear warmer. I'm thinking, because there's not a lot of it left, but I need to do something with it. I can't do like a dishcloth because the nylon will keep things from absorbing. So I have to think about something to do with it. So it didn't take quite 2. And I made that bag for less than, I want to say, what did I pay for you? I made it for less than probably $15 because I think I got this yarn for $7. It's been a while since I bought it, so I can't remember. But definitely, and I got it from Yarn Inspirations online is where I found it. So I don't want to encourage, if you're trying not to buy yarn, I don't want to encourage you, but if you're looking for it, that's where I got it. Yarn Inspirations. So, okay. What's another question? I already asked that. Oh, this is a good one. I like this. This is going to be fun because there's never just one. But what is your favorite yarn? Try and pick just one. What is your favorite yarn? For me, it would be hard. I'm going to try and think for a second. I'm going to go with what's my favorite right now. And it just happens to be right here. Nope, it's not. I thought it was. Hold on a second. You would think it would be that I made the bag out of, but it's not. Aha. It's this Premier Basics Marl yarn. I am loving this Marl yarn, and you're going to see it in the video Saturday and what I've been doing with it. I love this. And I have another video. Oh, I have so many video ideas. There's another one that's going to come out in 2 weeks. I think that's going to be about this one. But I've been using this one for this week's video. I've fallen in love with it. Absolutely love it. It doesn't split. It just it glides across my hook so well. Now I haven't washed anything with it because I've literally just got it. Was this in my December haul that I shared with you all? That was the last time I bought yarn. But I love this yarn. So that's definitely, I'm going to say right now, that's my favorite. So, Hershiner's Brene. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yep. That baby bear, is that the one that Joann's used to make? Now, being Canadian, I did not get to go to Joann's. I literally was in I shouldn't say that. I used to go with my grandmother when I lived in the States. She would go, and I would go with her when she was crafting and stuff. But as an adult, I had not been in one, and I was in one the summer they closed. I had a feeling something was happening because the summer I was in there, it looked like they were closing. And that had been after they announced their first bankruptcy and then they pulled it back or whatever. And I had a feeling things weren't looking good. But, and I liked the yarn I got from them and I was going to go back, but then they closed. But didn't they used to make something? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Cub or something like that. I think it was called. So I see a lot of people are liking it. I think I have some. I think I have some over there because I want to try it for a couple of things I want to make. So, and that's, I think, what this no buying yarn this year, as long as I can, is helping me realize is that I need to be more intentional with the yarn when I buy it. I see yarn, oh, it's pretty, I love it, it's squishy, the colors are gorgeous, I'm going to get some. And then I have no plans for it. And then it sits, for the longest time, it sat in totes and I forgot I even had it. But then I might not have enough when I finally figure it out. I'm like, oh, well, I need 6 and I only bought 2. And now these 2 are not going to be the same yarn dye lots because some of the yarns still have dye lots. So I'm going to have to go buy 6, but I still have these 2 I need to do something with. So I'm trying to be more intentional with my yarn purchases instead of just being like, ooh, shiny and buying it kind of thing. So that's one of the things this is teaching me is I need to be more intentional with the yarn I am purchasing. And there's always sales. I think I was buying 2 because I'm like, oh, well, look at the sale. Look at the sale. There's always sales. There's always sales. So I don't think we need to worry about never being able to get a sale. So yeah, this is what I want to be. I want to be more intentional. And I think that just comes from wanting to be more intentional with, like we try to buy very little from the grocery stores and stuff. And I have a philosophy that I adopted that if I don't make it, we don't eat it. So I've been making like a lot of our own snacks and things like that. So it kind of is just spilling over into my crocheting life too, where I'm trying to be more intentional with the yarn I'm buying. I want to use it for everything. Okay. I know it's hard. I know. It was Baby Bear. We have their Posh and their Big Twister acrylic. Okay. Yeah. I know it's a hard question. That's why I said I'll pick my favorite right now. I mean, some of my other favorites, I love the Caron cakes. I love them. I love most of them. I love their cotton ones, especially. I've made shawls with their cotton ones. I've made, is that sweater cotton? No, that's not. There is one sweater I have that I made with the cotton Caron's cakes. I make a lot of dishcloths and canning mats with the Caron cakes. So yeah, I love the Caron cakes. I love Bag O' Day. I haven't had a chance because it just came out when I started my no buy, but I seen, is it Tony from TL Crafts? She just reviewed it. And for the most part, she seemed to really like it. So that was a bad video to watch because she talked about where to buy a lot of yarn. And there were some sites I'd never heard tell of and some yarns I'd never heard tell of. And I'm like, oh, this was not good to watch, Lynn. Because I'm like, oh, she was showing some of her yarns. But yeah, I had not heard some of them. But that was one of the ones she just tested. And like I said, for the most part, she seemed to like it. She had one One thing she didn't like, and I can't remember now for the life of me what it was because she showed so many on her video Saturday, but for the most part, she did like it. And it's beautiful. I love whatever yarn I am using. Yeah, that's pretty much the case. I can tell you what yarn I hate. I've already said it. Do not like that fab yarn. Do not like it. Do not like it. I also don't like the chenille, a lot of the chenille yarns. I made a sweater for myself that ended up turning into like a house coat. The thing is so big and long. And the shedding from that when I would have to cut it and stuff is just like the kids were even saying, Mom, you've been working on that sweater again? Because it shedded so bad and the fluff was everywhere. I felt like it was up my nose and I just hated it. And I don't even wear the sweater because the house coat, that's what I'm going to call it, because the thing, it's a jacket, really. And it's beautiful, but I don't wear it because it sheds. And I've washed it several times and it still sheds. So, yeah, not a fan. Yeah, that happens a lot to me too. That happens a lot to me too. Um, oh, that's a good question. Oh, let's ask. This kind of relates to your favorite yarn too, but what is a yarn you love but you hate working with it? That's funny. That's a funny question because I just mentioned I love this sugar and cream scrub off yarn. I love it. I hate working with it. That makes no sense, I know, but I love the finished product. I love the finished product because how I using it. Like I said, the dish scrubbies, the dishcloths, the face scrubbies. I love it. This texture, it's not really rough, so it doesn't scratch my face. It just defoliates. There, that's the word I was looking for earlier. It foil. Now I can't even say it. um, without being rough because I have very sensitive skin, so I have to be careful. And I like that. And then on the other side, like I said, I made some for my kitchen and I was able to scrub sourdough starter out of the jars with it, which if anyone does sourdough, you know that stuff is like paste, and that does not come off easy. I mean, sometimes I have to use an SOS pad, which I don't like to use because it can scratch up my glass jars that I have my starter in. This has been working. Taking that off. So I will put up working with it because I love how it works. So that is definitely a yarn I love, but I'm not crazy about working with. Usually, if it's not a yarn I like working with, I don't work with it. I'm not putting myself through that. But luckily, this isn't so bad. Like I only have to use this textury part for so long, and then I can move on to um, the cotton part that I like. And it might be, I don't know, maybe it's not meant to be crocheted. I'm not sure. Maybe it's only made to be knitted with because it probably would be a little bit easier. But it definitely doesn't always like the crochet hook, and sometimes you have to guess where your stitches are. But luckily, I'm not making huge, long projects. These are quick projects. So I'll put up with it. And I got this for a great deal. I think I paid like $2 a skein for this in the early fall when they were having a big sale on it. I think some colors were discontinued, and that's why. But I think I got it for like $2. So I like bulky yarn, but I don't like working with it. Yes, I am right there with you. It definitely harder to work with it longer because my hands get so tired and just sore. And yeah, so I'm right there with you. I think that's why that Bernat Fab, I just did not like how tired and sore it made my hands. And boy, did it ever. And yet I see people demonstrating it on Instagram, the yarn inspirations, and they're just flowing through it like no tomorrow. So maybe if you have stronger hands like the Hulk, you can get through that. But seriously, but I mean, like they are making beautiful things with it. And I love watching their videos, and they don't seem to be struggling using it like I sure did. And I mean, I do have a disadvantage as I do have hand issues. But I just did not like that yarn. And I definitely didn't like the price. That was crazy. If you were not here in Canada, if you weren't to buy it on sale, if you paid full price and wanted to make all 3 of the baskets that are on the on the label, it was well over $300 to make those 3 baskets with that yarn. That's crazy. It did kind of give me an idea though, because I have a whole box of my dad's t-shirts that I've been trying to decide for my nieces and my nephews. I made them pillows to keep on their bed of one of their favorite t-shirts of my dad's. And I made them all pillows and surprised them when I went down this summer for his service, when we went for his service, and gave them them. And my kids, I still have to make. So I was in a rush to get theirs done because I knew I wanted to give them to them. So I still have to make my kids, but I still have a whole box because I want to make something for my mom and my sister. I'm debating about turning them into yarn and working with them, but then I'm going to have the same problem. It's going to be too thick and it's going to hurt. So I don't know. I think I might just go back with my quilt idea. I don't know. I wanted to do like a teddy bear or something, but because the graphic and it's a t-shirt, it's not like a dress shirt or anything. So I kind of have to, my dad loved t-shirts, and the t-shirts I kept for my kids are actual shirts that we sent him for Christmas from the kids. So I do got to get that done. I know my kids would like to have theirs. I need to adjust my light so I can see what I am doing. There we go. There. I had the light on the wrong thing. I really like the looks of the Bernat fab, but I don't think I can use it. I can't be using it except for the way I have thought of. So let's hope it works. I hope it works. So, because I have 2 balls of it that I need, other than the little teeny piece I made on that bunny. I made with my latest video that's out with the Dollar Tree yarn. I made a little bow out of it, and that was just tying it. That wasn't crocheting with it. But for the most part, I have 2 skeins left. So I have seen 2 people who agreed with me and didn't like it. So that made me feel a little more like I'm not the only one. But like I said, that was just my opinion. I know there are going to be people who love it. I'm sure there are people who hate the yarn I love. But I did not like it. I was really disappointed with how difficult, because it was beautiful. It was so vintagey looking and beautiful, but the price tag on it, they're going to have to do better with that. That's a lot. Chenille. Yep. I know. Apparently there's a new one out that's supposed to not be as sheddy. And I can't remember what it was. Oh my gosh, Lynn, you bring these things up, you should at least know the names of them. But I watch so many shows while I'm crocheting, other crochet channels and things. And I just, once I watch it, it's gone. It's gone out of my memory. And I'll have to go back and watch it again to see what it was I was remembering. But there's supposed to be one that doesn't shed as much. So, come on here. It's like that blanket yarn. Speaking of blanket yarn, I had so much of it and I had to figure out what to do with it because it hurt me to crochet. I made Christmas trees and I'll go grab it. Valentine's trees. So this stitch marker stuck to it. This I made last year, and that's got to get re-glued on. And I bought some pearls and some wooden hearts. I can't even remember where I got these from. They say XO. And then just some felt hearts. I feel like I got these at a craft fair or craft store. I can't remember where I got them now. But yes, because they have hearts on. They're supposed to make a garland out of them. But I did this with the blanket yarn because, like I said, I didn't have a lot of it and it was just hurting my hands. So this was actually a Christmas tree. Do you see the bottom here that had like the glitter garland wrapped all around? I ripped it all off and I just put the red, and I have another one that's white with pink, or white with red hearts all over it. And this is red with the pink. And I did a bunch of Christmas trees too with green, cream, and more farmhouse neutral colors, and I love how they turned out. The Christmas ones, I made a couple of cones with cardstock, and then some I actually were able to find the styrofoam trees cones and did them. I think I'm going to try a couple for Easter because I still have some left that is a springy color. So I might do some for Easter, but all I did was just keep wrapping it around, add a little glue, wrap it around, add more glue, wrap it around, and that's it until I got to the top. And I love them. I have them. I think I'm going to have to do some for Easter. Cute. Thank you. I have to hit the hay. Night, Sean. Thank you for dropping by. I know it's 8:30. We're getting, normally I'd say this is getting closer, but I've been not making or getting to bed early. Yeah, that's why I have some colors to try, some sea turtles. My daughter loves turtles, so I'd love to try one for her and see how it goes. But the stuff I have is I think it's the one we were just talking about, the baby bear or whatever, and it doesn't seem to be as thick. It's not as thick as that stuff. That stuff was like jumbo thick. It's fun to find ways to use yarn that's not always crocheting or knitting. Sometimes that's the only way I can use the yarn. I'm thinking that might not be a bad tree for spring. That's not what I was going to do with it, but I might add it in that video. Because I still have some cones and I can show how you can make a cone. That might be what we're doing with that as another one. That's not the original. That's not the idea I had, but that might be one I include because I think that would be cute. Because I mean, this is so heavy. It is like a softball. I'm not kidding how heavy this is, but like it's so pretty. It's just so vintagey. I love it. Really reminds me of the 70s sheets my grandmother had on her bed. I don't know why, but that's what it reminds me of. Very much so. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, okay. What is your most used hook size? What is your most used hook size? I'm not going to answer first because I'm curious to see if it's the same as mine. So I will wait and see. Four millimeter. H. That's 5, right, Mary? I'm trying to think. Four millimeter. Got another one. Oh, almost through the texture. Catherine, that would be a great idea to put it on a button. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add that to the idea. Oh, I see 5. 4 and 5. Man, I am just got dry mouth tonight. I use the Premier. I liked it. I did not. It's still shed a bit, but honestly, as far as chenille goes, it wasn't bad. But it's a Premier yarn, which I like Premier yarn. So it's one of my favorite budget friendly yarns. So I wasn't too surprised that I liked their chenille too. It's funny how some of the colors were much sheddier than the others. I did notice that. So 5, 4 millimeter, 5 millimeter, or 5.5. It is a 5. Okay. 4. All right. Well, mine is a 5. And that's why the numbers have worn right off on this one. That's why I want to go buy some more of these 5s because it's the one I always gravitate towards for the most part. That are my prims. I do like my prim hooks too. And my husband got me a whole set of them for Christmas in a bunch of sizes. And I'm so happy. And I know this is awful, I just got my first clover hook about a year ago when I did my hook testing video back in early fall. And I see why people like them. I really liked that one too, but it was pricey just to buy one. But I see why people like them so much. I really do. But that one, that one I think is a 6. So I don't use it as often, but when I use a 6, I tend to grab the clover one, or this one from Hobby Lobby, because I do have that in a 6. But like 5 is definitely my most popular. Absolutely. And like I said, that's why the 5 is worn right off the metal on this. Yes. Are those the ones that light up? I do have a bunch of the light up ones, some that took batteries and some that you charge. And I liked them a few years ago. Because I loved, especially using black yarn, it would light up and I could see the stitches, but I just found I had to keep charging them all the time. So I wasn't able to use them as often. So, but I see that they have the, yes, with interchangeable hooks. Yep. I have both. My husband bought me the first ones that took batteries, and then it was very hard to find the batteries. And then he bought me the set that charged and had interchangeable hooks, and some of the hooks keep falling out after I lock them in. They won't lock in anymore. So that's kind of why I didn't put them in my hook review, because I knew I wasn't going to recommend them. But I see now they got ones that will keep track of your rows and stitches when you're using them. So, and I had one break on me too. The plastic broke right in the middle of a project because I think the yarn was too thick for it to handle. But I just found like they charged great for a while, and then I'd be going along and I'm like, oh, it's dying. So I'd have to go charge it in or whatever. So, and the battery ones, they ate batteries like crazy. They would die all the time. So yeah, I still have them. I'll probably, I won't say I'll never use them again, because there's a couple I think I have that I don't have that size hook and other hooks. So if I have to use them, I will. But yeah, the interchangeable ones, after a while, they wouldn't click in for me as well. So, oh yes, you're gonna. That algorithm. Heck, we don't even have to be looking it up. We just find if we're talking about it somewhere, all of a sudden, miraculously the thing we were talking about shows up in ads on our phones. So yeah, they're not very sturdy, I will say that. I think if you're doing lightweight yarn, they'll probably last a lot longer. But cotton, I was doing a lot of cotton with them at the time, and it killed them. I think it just killed them. So clover, my favorite, but I really enjoy We Crochet hooks too. Yeah, I just found out about them because aren't those the ones MJ from MJ's Off the Hook, who is like, I think she's my favorite right now. She's my favorite pattern designer. I have so many of hers I'm trying to make. There's a summery vest thing I really want to get started on in March so I can actually wear it through the spring and summer. I'm just waiting for yarn from Hirschner's that I ordered at the end of December. It was all on back order, but I just got an email today saying it's finally been sent out because I want to make it with that cotton yarn. I think I seen her talking about those clover dot hooks, and they seem very budget friendly. Like, I was shocked at the prices on them, and they remind me of the Prim hooks. That's what they look like. So I thought I might try them. Check them out, because I couldn't believe how inexpensive they were. They were very, very reasonable. I saw it. I'm trying to go 2 hours tonight. We'll try and go for 2. There was a girl the other day, she did 9 hours live, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how did she even do that? Like, I just popped in, for a half hour or whatever and chatted and enjoyed it. But when I checked the next morning, she had gone for over 9 hours. Like, she had to start 3 different times, because I think StreamYard and even maybe YouTube Live only has so long, and then you got to do another one maybe. I'm not sure. I know StreamYard has a limit. And I'm not sure what it is because I've never gone past that. But I love y'all, but I don't think I could be on here live 9 hours. You'd be seeing me snoring because I would be dead asleep. Oh, I got a couple more questions I want to ask you all. Oh. Yeah, I do too. And I got a couple of her patterns I bought Black Friday that I've been wanting to make. I made her farmhouse bunny for my Dollar Tree video. Loved it. We'll be making more of them. And I got her farmhouse snowman that I bought for Black Friday and didn't get it made in time for Christmas, but I will make that. I loved them. And then there's 2 or 3 of her sweaters I want to make. Like I said, one's a summery. It kind of just ties a little bit. And I think there was a vest I got. I got a few of hers. I love her. And apparently she lives like an hour from me. I just found out. And I did not know that. So it'd be cool if I ever run into her. I could just say, hello, I just wanted to let you know. Because I actually tried to send her a message on Instagram just letting her know how much I enjoy her patterns, that I really like them. And I got a thing back saying that they can't accept messages or they don't answer messages. So I'm like, oh, okay. I just kind of wrote an embarrassing, gushy comment for nothing. Yes, I know. Again, I have a lot of her patterns, and I have to say, I love the look of her hooks. They look beautiful. Like her colors are definitely my colors, and I love the idea of having the ruler on the hook. And I'm really intrigued by the silicone that shapes to your hand over times. But my goodness, in Canadian, the price was very high. Very high. And I've seen a lot of comments that a lot of people, and I get it because I'm sure they're good quality and you'll probably never have to buy another hook again. But and they are made, from what I understand, they're made in Texas, I think they said, which is wonderful. I love that too. But the price has put a lot of people off. Like they were definitely, that might be something that I put in my wish list for anniversary or birthday gift or something. Because they were very expensive, very, very expensive for me in Canadian. Like the set, the blue set I was looking at, I think they were going to be Plano, Texas. Okay. They were going to be, with Canadian money, what was it? I think like $200 before shipping. So that just kind of made it difficult. Sorry, I just got another warning. Oh, how many warnings do you got to send me that there might be snow tomorrow? Okay, I get it. We might have more snow tomorrow. Okay, let's go see what they're saying. How much are we going to get? I love the snow possible tomorrow. It's like when they say rain possible in the summer. It's summer. Of course it might rain. It's winter. Of course it might try. I do have a few furls. I do. I have some metal ones, a wooden one, and resin ones. I like them. I really do. But not for every yarn. There's definitely the wooden one I use more for the natural yarns, like the merino, the superwash merino. I find that works wonderful on that. There's certain yarns I can't use with them. I just find they are too slippery or they don't work, but I do love them and I love how they feel in my hand and I love the look of them. Like they're beautiful. They really are. I actually did a video where I compared furls, prim, I think clover. It's been a while since I did the video, but I did a bunch of them and I shared, I tried them all out and seen what I thought. So it's in my playlist here somewhere where I did try them to see what the hype was all about some of them. And I tried to pick some that were very budget friendly too. And I actually ended up liking the budget friendly ones, I think, more than I did the more expensive ones. So Furrows has good sales. Like that's when I've bought most of mine, is when they were on sale. Oh, I think I'm going to do, I think that might be it. I might just go around the edges now. I'm just looking and I'm not seeing anything. This is 15% chance of snow tomorrow. Okay, that's, snow possible, I guess. I just saw her on, she just put out a new pattern where she's using the dot hooks. Let me see if I can find it. I just saw it where she on her YouTube. What was I following? And I was watching her videos on YouTube, and she was using those dot. That's how I found out about them. Let me see if I can find it. It was a pattern that she was showing, and she was using, yeah, she was using the dot hooks in the pattern. That's when she was talking about them being back in stock. I know I saw her. What was it she was making? And she was using, was it the Farmhouse Bunny? Maybe it was that. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I want to mute that, Lynn. How do we mute it? There we go. Was it the Farmhouse Bunny? Come on. This is just the short. Nope, it wasn't that one, but there was one. And then she talked about it on Instagram, how they were just back in stock right before Christmas. So she definitely uses them. I just can't remember. I saw her using them. Maybe it was one of the patterns I bought, and that's the hook she used. She says she used to make the item that's in the pattern. And that's how I found out about them. I'd never heard tell of them until her. And I'm curious to try them. I really am. So my video was not supposed to go out. Why did it go out? I had changed that to tomorrow. Darn it. My video they're called, oh, here, let me look them up. We Crochet. It's We Crochet Dots crochet hook set. And you can get a whole set. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for $30, and everything from 2 millimeter up to 6 millimeter. But I thought I saw where you could buy them separately when I went on their set. Single crochet hooks. Here we go. Ooh, they sell hooks too that look similar to furls, but they're much cheaper. If anyone's interested, like $5.79. That's, and they have a more hooks for $8.95. I know I saw the dot ones here separate. I could have sworn I did. Maybe they're all sold out. But yeah, I thought their prices were pretty good. So it's We Crochet dot hooks. My other question I wanted to ask you all, and this might be our last one, I might have time for one more, but I'd love to know what got you all into crocheting or knitting. What was it? Did you learn from a grandmother? Did you learn on your own later in life? Have you been doing it since you were a child? Like what brought you to knitting or crochet or knitting? I'd love to know. For me, I had learned with my grandmother years and years ago. Her and I took classes together. I mentioned that last week, and we enjoyed it. And we made a few things, and then we lost the teacher who was instructing it. She had moved or something, and got busy, and I got married, and I moved away. And then I did learn how to knit for a little while from my friend Natalie. I did that for a little while, and then I just found I just couldn't. I got into other hobbies for a while and let that go. And then when I got sick with cancer, The first time, some of the issues I had was neuropathy in my hands and my feet, but especially my hands. So I thought I'm going to try crocheting to strengthen my hands. And that's how I started and fell in love with it. And it did help my hands. Some days it makes it worse, but it did help me get some strength back in my hands after going through cancer the first time. And it kept me sane going through cancer the next 3 times. I would often bring things to chemo appointments and doctor's appointments and crochet while I was there. I also made a lot of hats for people because I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I had a lot of people donated hats to the chemo ward, which is wonderful. And I get it. But the colors they were picking, as my friend who is a huge knitter said, she thinks they were using up their stash, and it was colors, it was yarns from the 70s. It just, don't get me wrong, I love vintage things, I do, but I did not want to be wearing harvest gold hat that didn't match my winter coat. I was bald. I didn't want to, I wanted something pretty. And luckily I had a very generous, wonderful friend who crocheted and knitted me more hats than I would ever need in my life. She made me so many. And a couple that I could even sleep in because my head would get cold because every time I was bald, it was winter. Every time I had cancer, it was winter. So my poor head was always cold. At least the parts when I would finally lose it. Some cancers, I didn't lose my hair until later. But anyway, that was the other thing too. So I would make a lot the second time around, the third time around, and the fourth time around, I made a lot of hats and donated them in colors that were popular and yarns that were pretty and soft. And having known what it felt like to wear an itchy hat, I wanted to make sure. So that's what brought me to crochet. And I'm grateful because I love it. I can't imagine not knowing how to do it. The only problem is now I just can't sit and watch a movie or anything anymore without crocheting. Like I just sit there and I'm dying. I have to have something. So that's how I came. My neighbor Lynn taught me how to knit and crochet. Lovely name. That's awesome. My aunt taught me as a little kid, also knitting, how to type on a keyboard too. I learned to crochet from a woman who lived in the hills in Kentucky. That is awesome. My grandma taught me how to crochet when I was 8 years old. I taught myself how to knit during the lockdown. I think a lot of people learned during 2020. My sister taught me, learned from my mother as a child. I taught myself to knit and loom knit many years ago. My mom and aunt taught me to knit. I learned to crochet last year from YouTube tutorials after my husband passed. Yes, I remember, Mary Beth, you were saying that you picked, I'm crocheting while watching you. Yeah. So Grace has no interest in learning. She will ask me to make things, but which is fine. Grace has autism and gets frustrated easily with some things. So I don't know, if she, maybe as she ages and gets a little bit more mature, she'll want to learn. And I hope so. I hope she will. I would love to be able to pass it on to her. My grandmother always wished she knew. And that's why she took classes with me when I was a teenager, and she would have been probably in her 60s. Yes, in her 60s. And she always loved that I kept going and learned. And I did make her quite a few things that I now have since she passed. And she always loved it. Always loved to see what I was sending her and what I was making, and would always ask, what are you making today? What are you working on today? So I may not have learned from my grandmother, but I did learn from my grandmother, and I kept going with it because of her. So I see that they're saying how it's growing in popularity, and younger people are learning how to crochet, which I think is wonderful because they're finding it helps with stress and anxiety and things, which our kids nowadays just have so much of. And I love that. I love that they're learning that. So in my late teens. Okay. We got a little wonky there. I might block that, but one dishcloth done during this live. So my plan is I would like to make, how many more of that one do I have? I'd like to make my mom, I think, 2 of these and 2 scrubbies to go with them for her kitchen. So I think that's the plan. And luckily I can work on them while we're traveling. Because there's another question. Do you crochet or knit while you're traveling? Because I do. I don't get sick. If I don't get sick, I used to when I was younger, but I don't get sick. So good night, Marnie. Thank you. We're going to be wrapping things up here in a few minutes too. I'm just a little bit OCD and I want to see 9 o'clock. So, 2 hours. So that's why I'm going to hang in there for 13 more minutes. But yes, Catherine, yes, more men are into it. I actually saw a program. For those of you who don't know, my husband has PTSD from his time in the service. And I seen where they're teaching it to men and women, because there are female soldiers also. But in my husband's case, the group, it's all men, but I see some of them are learning as a way to deal with their PTSD, which I just love that. And once we move, I'm always the passenger. I'm passenger princess. I hate driving. If I don't have to drive, I don't. But I would love to maybe start teaching classes at different organizations when we move, like our local, we have like a local VA and a local different groups. I think I might look into that. So, oh, okay, Mary. Wow, if they have them, yeah, you know what? It doesn't surprise me. My husband had to go get an MRI scheduled at 11 o'clock at night. So it doesn't surprise me that you're going to be having one so late. So yeah, I do think it's wonderful that there's so many Instagram and YouTube men who crochet and have crochet and knitting channels. I just think that's amazing. It certainly wasn't anything I saw growing up. I never saw men. So I think it's wonderful. So many, and young men too. They're not by any means grampies. They're young men. I don't trust my husband's driving. Oh no, I hate driving. It stresses me out. It causes me so much anxiety, and I'm mentally exhausted when I'm done because I'm constantly having to defensive drive around here. Like people just think stop signs are a suggestion and not a for sure thing. Red lights, the speeding, the texting while driving. It's so bad around here. And I find that it just wears me out driving because then I'm constantly having defensive drive. So I love being passenger princess. Oh, that's wonderful that he wants to. I think that's great. I think that's wonderful that he wants to learn. Yep. I've already decided what I'm taking with me. So I'm not tempted to buy yarn. Even if I don't use all the yarn that I'm going to take with me, I'm still probably taking more than I need to work on things because I don't want to be like, oh man, I got nothing to do. I'm dying and run up to Walmart because there's not a Michael's in my hometown. It's like 2 hours is the closest one. I don't want to, though there is a Dollar Tree. Like my mother's like 3 minutes from one. It's right up the street from where she's living now. So, but I don't want to buy any. So I'm going to take extra if I have to. It's just my husband and I. So it's not like I have to pack a ton of suitcases or anything for 4 days. So though I am taking a lot of freeze dried snacks and canned food, some jams and jellies, some pea soups I canned up for my in-laws and my mom. My mom also informed me apparently that I am going to be making a bunch of bread dough and freezing it for her while I'm there for those few days. So yeah, she informed me that today. So yeah, I'm just looking forward. It's been a rough couple of months, so it'd be nice to have a couple of days away and hopefully go look at some houses and get some ideas of where we want to live. So one of the houses we were going to go look at actually sold. So I knew it wouldn't last long. I knew it wouldn't. It just went on the market last week. So I'm like, yeah, that's not going to last long. But I have faith. I have faith that it just meant it wasn't for us. that the right one, the perfect one is going to come along. At least the perfect one for us is going to come along. So that's my stress. I'm worried about not selling our house, and then I'm worrying about selling our house and then essentially being homeless if we don't find, like, when we have to find a house. And I'm just scared that we're either going to have to settle and take something that is not the greatest because we got to get out of here, or not find anything at all. Like, man, if there's something to worry about, I can worry. I worry about worrying too much. That's me. So, yeah, there's just so much. We're going to New Brunswick. We're moving back to, not exactly our hometowns, but our dream is to be within about a half hour of our hometowns. So, as my husband's parents are aging, as my mom is aging, I have a sister. I do have a niece and nephew still too in our hometown. So, I'd like to be within a half hour. I don't think we're going to be able to go right back to our hometown because there's just been nothing. Granted, it's winter, so I know a lot of things haven't gone up for sale, but the few things that are up for sale, I don't know what people in our hometowns are thinking, because people don't have that kind of money there. I think they're expecting people from away to come and pay the prices they want, because they are ridiculous. They are ridiculous. And we found a couple places. We loved the property. It had lots of acreage, which is what we want, but you couldn't live in the house. Like, the houses were literally like ceilings caving in, that kind of thing. We don't mind doing some renos ourselves as we long, but we have to be able to live in the house while we're doing them. Yeah, my mother-in-law is from there. She was born and raised there. Quispamsis. So we're looking in that area because there's been a few that were pretty high, and it's a little bit further than we wanted to be, but it's not that bad. Like, I mean, just to get on the new highway and go there, it's not bad at all. We're looking at, like, even Fredericton, even like within an hour. If we could be within an hour of our hometowns, that's not too bad. It's a lot better than now, which is a little over 10. We're 10 hours and 20 minutes. So, which is better since the new highway. It used to be over 18 hours with the old highway, which we did many, 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 many times. Many, many, many times. So 10 hours actually feels like a dream now. And it's a beautiful ride. The new highway that we go through, it is stunning. There's so much to look at with the mountains, and it's a nice drive. I imagine the mountains are going to look amazing with all the snow. I think I remember you saying that last week. Like, I think that's amazing. My childhood home is getting torn down. We went by and saw it when we were there last summer for my dad's service. And it was sad to see that little home just falling apart. The garage was already gone. The grass is all growing up around it. The people who bought it got foreclosed on, and then they just walked away and left it. And it's just, it's sad to see it. A lot of memories in that little home. I lived there till I was 13, and then we outgrew it. It was tiny. And my parents were either going to add on, which is sometimes I wish they kind of did, or they sold it and we bought a trailer, or what they call a mini home now, because apparently when we went to look at trailers, PEI is expensive. We were looking, it is so expensive because it's so touristy. And it is so expensive. Like, the things we were looking at, like, we want a minimum of 20 acres. We'll take more, but we want a minimum of 20. And like, even things with 5 acres were almost $1 million, with houses that were not $1 million houses. So yeah, it was very, very expensive. And there's been a lot of great deals in Nova Scotia, but we don't want to. We lived in Nova Scotia for 5 years. Aiden was born there. We don't want to move back. I loved Nova Scotia as a province. It was beautiful, but it cost an arm and a leg to live there. It was so expensive to live there. Like, I developed an ulcer from living there because of how stressful it was living there, because of the cost of living. It was awful with 2 young children and living in military housing that used oil heat, and the housing was so cold. Like, it was so old. I did everything I could. We put up plastic on the windows. We did everything we could because I had to keep the house warm for my babies, but It was so bad. And I mean, it was so stressful living there. So David has a bad taste. He doesn't like as good of the deals as we're seeing. He just doesn't want to go back there because of how stressful it was. And it's a bit of the ferry is so expensive. Like, so we'd have to drive, and it's a 7 hour drive to our families, which again is better than now, but that's not something we could do. Like a half hour I can do daily if I want to go over and check on my mom, my in-laws, half hour we can go check out on them. They can come out and eat dinner at our house 1 or 2 times a week. Like, that's what I want. That's what I'm hoping. So if y'all pray, please say a prayer for us that we find the perfect home in our price range and that we can sell our house. And yeah. So it's funny because houses we're looking at, I make sure like there's room for my crochet. Is that awful? Like, because we saw one and I'm like, oh, that area would be perfect where I could set up all my filming equipment. I could film my crochet channel in there. I could store I could have my whole setup. Like, but even David was like, look at this house. It even has a spot where you could do your crochet channel. So I'm not the only one who's thinking that. So, because I hope this is something I can go on and do for a while. I got eyelash on my glasses. Like, I really hope this is something that I hope this is something that I can do for a while. I'm still young. I still got the energy, and I'm not overly techie person, but I'm learning. So no, but we will. We're meeting with a realtor, and I'll ask her. We've let her know like our what we would like and where we're looking. So I will definitely ask her what's there and stuff. I have a friend who moved to Crochet. Is that where they moved? And right on the water. They got a really nice home right on the water. But they're very, very close to neighbors. We don't want neighbors. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. We want to homestead more. We're going to raise our own beef. We're going to raise some turkeys to add to our chickens. We're going to, hopefully, if it's not already, we're going to plant some more apple tree. Like, we want to homestead more. So that's why, my husband wants to be able to hunt on his own property at hunting season and stuff. 4-wheel. He was hoping to he grew up with horses, and he was thinking how he'd like to get a horse again, just so he'd like to have enough property where he can just go out and ride for a little while to help with the PTSD and stuff. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for land with a home. We've seen lots of nice houses, but like a 1/4 acre or, maybe an acre. We're on 3 acres here, and it's nice. It's just not, we could absolutely raise a lot of food on 3 acres. We absolutely could, but we couldn't have a horse. And there's no enough trails to 4-wheel on our own property. And he certainly couldn't hunt here. So that's why we're looking for property, so we can do that. We also need to have something for, like, we'd love to have an in-law suite already, or something that can be easily turned into an in-law suite for our daughter and son temporarily. Aiden's not going to live with us forever, because he would move out now if he had the money. But Grace, at least for the foreseeable future, Grace will have to live with us. So we want to give her some independence, and she would like to have her own little space too. So yes, I am going to call it a night too. It's 9 o'clock. I'm actually tired, having not slept last night, and I purposely didn't take a nap. So hopefully I can sleep tonight. So thank you all for dropping by while I ranted. And it was so much fun with the questions. I have so many more that we can do. There won't be a live next Tuesday. I don't know if I'll try later in the week or if we'll just wait until the following Tuesday. We'll see how the week goes. But so we won't see you all next Tuesday, but there'll be another video coming out Saturday. There won't be another one tomorrow. I know I've been doing 2, but this one's taking longer. And so many of you said you like longer videos, so you're going to get it. So we will see you all soon. Take care. God bless. Thank you all for dropping by, and we'll see you soon. Bye.